So this was a comment that I posted in another content creator's comment section, and people have asked me to clarify. The topic was this quote by JP Morgan. And if you don't know who JP Morgan is, he's a billionaire of the past, and he has a long-standing line of money and legacy. His family basically never, ever has to work again. But it says millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. And this banker is correct. I would say that one of the main components between a millionaire and a billionaire is a billionaire knows areas of aspects and even people that they have to, I guess you could say, bring down to bring them up. Most people who become billionaires start young or have money to already get started, but they basically start young and they take massive amounts of whatever it is that they are investing in, if it's banking, if it's land, if it's a product or a service. So we have to remember that there's always going to be work into becoming a millionaire or billionaire. Even if you're playing the lottery, that means that you're playing it multiple times. Rarely do people just buy one ticket and win, but I have seen it happen. But let's talk about what I was basically acknowledging. So I think the biggest problem with people is the birth chart tells them exactly how they can make money continuously, but they don't see it. I have been making money for years consistently by my birth chart. So when we look at the houses, this is what most people go off of, is they look at the finances, the possessions, and the values. And they also look at areas of the second house, and also we will see the career house, which is the 10th house. There's also some areas of partnerships that people will look at. But also I feel that a lot of people neglect the 6th house when they are looking at it when it comes to astrological energy. We have to remember that with an individual, we have to see what area of creation is it easy with. Are they able to work hard in certain aspects of being fully aligned in what it is as their authentic process? For instance, are they very analytical? Can they create areas of content? Can they create areas of communication? Or are they more centered around helping people? What is the natural flow for this individual? So when you were to ask me how would I do this with an individual, I honestly would look at their main primary energy of if they have a stellium or their sun sign. And also I would look at what areas are in the 2nd, the 7th, and also the 10th house. Let's take a look at a celebrity's birth chart. And I want to say, first of all, with all energetic alignments, one of the most important thing is that we have to acknowledge is that hard work pays off when it's done consistently. So if you think that you're just going to become filthy rich from like one time, you're probably going to lose your money. I'm just saying. So you want to continuously work on that, and you also want to create a plan. So this is LeBron James' birth chart. He is a sun in Capricorn. It's believed he is an ascendant Gemini, and he has a moon in Aries. LeBron's birth chart, in all honesty, is very aligned, and I feel like he is going to continue to have wealth and success for a very, very long time. He's making generational wealth for him and his family, and he is on the right path. One of the things that I look at, first of all, is his sun in Capricorn, which happens to be in his 7th house. That's the house of partnerships. So a lot of his areas of that area of legacy and creating has to do with the energy of partnerships. And he seems to have mastered that. When we also look at his moon in Aries, His moon in Aries is in his 11th house, which is actually the energy of the Aquarius, and that energy, well, some people say that the sign of the Aquarius doesn't play any role in this, but I think it does, because we have to remember that there's that humanitarian approach. There's also that energy of the collective, which the Aquarius is known for, which the 11th house is also known for as well. This brings an emotional state. And the Aries is very competitive. So I'm not surprised he is an athlete, and he devotes a whole lot of hard work into those two energies alone. And I am just going off his sun and his moon. So let's look at the conventional career house, which would be the 10th house. And as we can see, he has a Mars in Pisces. And what's interesting about this is that the Mars in Pisces, in all honesty, the Mars is considered like a very assertive energy. It is aligned in that area of passion. And then we also see Pisces, where it has like this spiritual form to this higher consciousness. Also, it's really that energy of developing the dreams. And what I want to say about this is LeBron has said multiple times, like, this has always been a dream of his to continue to go and work towards being a basketball player. That he knew he was talented. He knew that he could become a great, amazing basketball player. But most people won't dedicate that much time that he dedicated to. And you will see this sometimes. And I'm not saying that LeBron isn't talented, because he is extremely talented and he is extremely well built for that area of profession. But sometimes hard work, dedication will outwork talent. So if you are literally able to sacrifice a lot of things for everything that you know you can accomplish in the higher consciousness and unconscious, you will succeed, because wherever you put energy, that energy will continue to grow as long as you continue to feed it. But most people get tired, or they ignore that energy alignment. And I also think that LeBron is very much centered on a fiery spiritual dynamic that we would see with the Mars in Pisces, and especially it being in the 10th house, where he was the one that you would say, like, just get a regular job. He's going to continue to fight for that. Like I said, he's very competitive. And some people may see him as arrogant, but in all honesty, he knows that. And that's why he continues to have a low profile. Like, LeBron is paying attention to what people think about him. He doesn't want any discrepancies or anything tarnishing his legend. And he's mindful of that. He is very conscious and self-aware. Now, as you see with LeBron James' chart, that he doesn't have that much energy in his second house. And a lot of people believe the second house is centered around material gains and areas of wealth. But he does have a lot of energy when it comes to the sixth house. And his sixth house, he has his Saturn in Scorpio. And he also has his Uranus in Sagittarius. So many people might think that this energy is a little bit constricted, and might even see it as an energy that might be a little bit unconformed. But in all honesty, with the Saturn in Scorpio, it lets me know that he has to have very, very, very strict boundaries, and he has to live a very secretive life, where his life is ultimately about his career. It's not about anything else. He can't decide to do a reality TV show. He has to stay very focused on his career, even though people want more. But in all honesty, that's very much where it needs to be. That area of discipline has to continue to play out every single day of the path that he is looking for in this legacy. And Uranus in Sagittarius in the energy of the sixth house lets me know that there is some explosive and definitely high energetic moments in areas of his rituals. It could be an athlete or it could be more, but that's how I use the birth chart. So don't concentrate too much on the second house.